I wasn't sure if this was going to go on or not, and there we are. If you are new to the channel, we create with our recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it's our way to give the earth a little hug. So we encourage anything of your art projects that you can create that is with recycled materials. And if you're coming back and you've been with us, thank you so much for being here. It really makes me happy to be able to share whatever it is that I'm doing with you. And so today, what I'm doing is I've been spending pretty much, and I haven't forgotten you. I know it's been like 4 days, but we had, I had work, and then we also had snowstorms like almost each day where I was working and between shoveling and cleaning the car off and then working. Let me tell you what, I was all wiped. So the thing of it is, it's beautiful today, 38 degrees, the sun is shining. I mean, it's like we didn't even have the storms. So I'm super happy to be here. I'm going to tell you what I've been watching. I want to share something with you today that is super, super interesting to me. And I'm going to give you an update on everything. So I've been preparing all day for the class we're going to teach tomorrow. And that's at River Arts in Morrisville, Vermont. So probably 30, almost 30 years ago, when I got into, there were a couple of different ways I got into felting, dry felting and wet felting. I was focusing on heavily for a number of years. And I was also doing my crocheting and, learn the boro from my mom way back at that time. And so I was doing, and I did actually some pieces that I had submitted into an exhibit along with my mom. She did her artwork, and I did the flat felting, and I was teaching, at that time, I was teaching the 3D or the sculpturing with dry needle felting. So anyway, with that, I am, so I know the flat felting really well because that's pretty much where I was focusing first before I went along into the wet felting and the 3D. But this is, there's a couple of different ways to do felting. Now in the class tomorrow, so I guess the class is full. We've got 10 people, and for the previous classes, we were accepting like 12, 13, 14. But with this, we're going to stop right at 10 because we really want to make sure that we have enough of the materials to go around. So, so tomorrow in the class, I'll be showing I'm doing samples of the different ways that you can do flat felting. And I will be also showing the different materials that you can use to do the flat felting. But we'll be talking about all the different, what do you do flat felting for? But it is, yes, you're going to make your artwork, but you can also do other little, you can do appliques, you can do other, like this is a little lid. You can do a bunch of other things with flat felting. So with that, this is one of the sample pieces. This is because you can use fabrics. Now on this channel, I will come back on after I've done the class and I will share with you all the different ways and techniques that you can create with flat felting and the different things you can create. But this is just something that today I am making and I wanted to share with you. Isn't this cute? This is a little mini easel. Is that just the cutest? So I've got that, and I'm working on this one. This is one I'm working on right now. Now, what's making it so shiny is is the wool. This is actually a roving. So this is actually what this is, a roving. So and in the class tomorrow too, I'm going to also teach the different types of wool that you can work with. So that's pretty much what I've been focusing on, and this is it is a lot of fun, I have to tell you. Excuse me. I have to sneeze. Um, so anyway, with that, I'm going to share much more of this with you. Tomorrow I've got the class, so it'll probably be Friday. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you is something I'm getting really, really interested in. Is I don't know if you've heard of it. Is if you've probably heard of little miniatures, little miniature items, and the people who make these are called miniaturists. Now, I have always, like, I have paintings that are teeny tiny little miniatures, just because I went through that little phase. I was making little tiny miniatures, and these little mice that I make. So these are probably need to be even smaller, but they're teeny tiny little mice, and the little bowls that I'm making. So these may end up in a store. So I need to get some time to get those out there. So but the miniatures that I'm talking about, excuse me, are called miniature dioramas, and or miniature rooms, or miniature houses. Hi, Maya. So they're not just like a dollhouse. Like, they do fall in the category of dollhouse. But I've been watching, and if you check out this channel. It's called Competition TV. It's right here on YouTube. Oh, thank you, thank you. That's so sweet. So now I'm going to teach you how to do this. This one's not even done, but it's a lot of fun. But the and this and these little bowls are use the same techniques pretty much as these, um, as the kind of painting your canvas with wool. But I discovered I've been watching them, like just watching it while I'm working. There's a whole new world to use recycled. Check this out. Listen to this. So I'm listening to their program, and they're using things like the spring of a pen. Okay, so let's say you have a pen. Your pen. Well, I can't even find a pen half the time. But let's say you have a pen, and you're going to throw the pen away. Don't throw it away, because I don't know how they do this. Like, I'm going to learn this stuff, but they take the spring of a pen and kind of use it, like turn it into like a miniature faucet. Okay, so they take bottle caps. Where's my bottle caps? I took all my bottle caps off the sodas, because you know what? I bring the soda bottle, like the empty, but I bring them over to the recycle. They will not take the bottle caps. They won't take them. So I have to take them off anyway and throw them in the garbage. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So anyway, all recycle places don't have as many resources as maybe the larger ones. So the little caps, bottle caps, can be made into tables, chairs, little flower pots for the miniature houses. Similar, yeah, oh, thank you. Recycling to create miniatures, it's a whole new world. It's absolutely crazy. it's so crazy. Like I don't like I'm not I'm not interested, I'm going to be honest right now anyway, in making a house, in making the miniature houses. I am a little interested in making a diorama, like a one room. And but I started this a long time ago. I wanted to make little miniatures on the driftwood. I had shown you the driftwood that I got. And I wanted to make little miniature needle felted items to go on the driftwood. But what I've had in my mind for a long time is actually what I want, like a little dream of mine, is to have a studio. This is never going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now. I probably shouldn't say that. But it's to have a studio. Oh, you're the only one. Oh, thank you for being here. But it's to have an art studio that has a stone patio. Okay, the patio is stone. And on the patio, there's all these like plants and flowers, super beautiful, with like, maybe, some kind of a rustic table and chair so I can work outside in the sun if I want to, or I can work inside. So I want to make a diorama, like a miniature of maybe what that would look like, right? So that would be really cool. But anyway, that is something, guess what, that we're going to be getting into, because no, I'm not dropping at all the Boro Sashiko. I am not dropping that. That is made with Boro Sashiko inspired, is Haimea is what we do mainly on this channel. It's a Japanese way of sewing and stitching and making blankets and mats and whatever you want to make, tablecloths, whatever you want to make out of scrap fabrics. So I made all of my aprons. If you go to my main channel, Echo Art with Carmella-T, you see the very first video there with the music and everyone wearing the or you'll see different videos shortly after that with everyone wearing Boro Sashiko inspired aprons. Those were in the fashion show. Boro inspired hats, scarves, bracelets, whatever. I make those. We're adding to this channel, okay? We're going to add the miniatures. Now, should I have a separate channel for it? I don't necessarily think so right now, because it is using thank you, but it's using more recycled materials to create. So let me tell you something. I really wish I had the talent to make a miniature like house, a replica of someone's house. Like if you have that talent, you should think about doing this, because it doesn't take a lot of material to make a miniature dollhouse or whatever. I don't know. They get a lot of money for those houses. The thing is, you have to replicate, like I might be able to replicate a historical house because it would be interesting. Oh, but I don't know. I don't know about someone's house. Like I might not be interested in their house. You know what I mean? But I tell you what I can do. I can make specialty items out of teeny tiny little things. I can make specialty little pieces of sculptures of artwork. Okay, I can do that. That I can do. And sell those. So I have to get a website with a landing page. I also have to get a landing page for my books, because now this third book is out there. And thank you so much. There's my best fan right there. But I have this third book now out there and nobody knows it. The Bridge of Life 2 is it's only $2.99 on Kindle. But I have to somehow communicate that. So I probably need to get a little landing page for them. But anyway, I wanted to jump on here and just tell my beautiful YouTube community I have not forgotten you. For the holidays, I'm going to be doing, I don't want to say pep talks, but they kind of are going to be pep talks. Some people have difficulties getting through the holidays. A few of the common themes are they feel stuck, they feel alone, they just feel unhappy. And there's some other common themes that people don't realize that, if you have family, you have friends, you're not realizing it. But there's many, many, many people in our communities that neighbors are not like they used to be, people. They don't even stay in the same place. Like I was in my house over 20 years. The next apartment I was in, I thought I'd be there forever. I was there 10, and there were so many things going on there, so I had to move. So here I am here. This is so far up in the woods, the Northeast Kingdom, and I'm too far away from all of my friends. I need to get back closer. So this is the thing. When you are alone, what the way it used to be in our society, and I remember this growing up as a kid in the neighborhood in my grandmother's house. I grew up in her house. All those neighbors, all of them checked on each other. If they didn't see each other, they checked on each other. It was a given. And there were about a dozen of them who were in the same neighborhood for like a really long time. I'm saying like 50 years. 50. Like they were there like their whole life. We don't have that anymore. People cannot afford it. They're being pushed out of their homes. They're being pushed out of the apartments. They can't get apartments. They can't get homes. This is a very real, huge issue. Homelessness in Vermont is huge. And what we have to do, I believe, is start talking more about how to navigate through these difficulties. So I think the message, hey, don't forget you're a neighbor. You are a neighbor to someone, okay? You are, and if the new thing with neighbors is they just want to walk in and don't say hi. Some of them can't say hi because the neighbor might be hostile. So then they don't say hi and they're like, okay, I'm just going to kind of hi and just keep going. There's all kinds of things going on today that make our living and our just, what do you want to say? I don't want to say something you would take for granted, but something that would normally be easier, a lot easier. It isn't as easy today. So anyway, with that, what I'm going to do is I am going to get back to work, and I will be back here talking with you, working with you on Friday. I will be doing pep talks, video talks like that, probably over on TikTok. I'll try to get some over on Instagram, if any of you are over there. I know a lot of YouTubers don't go on TikTok. I don't know why. But anyway, with that, I wish you to have a beautiful evening. Be safe, and love and light.